Hi, I'm Dan and welcome to another episode of Growing Gurus. This week we're going to be looking at tree identification. Where would we be without trees? These oxygen producing, carbon absorbing beauties. I'm Dan, a forest school leader and outdoor educator, and I'm super passionate about helping you and your family to find a deeper connection with the natural world. So right now it's the end of February, we're just at the end of winter and there are loads of signs that spring is right around the corner. In some of the projects we've got coming up, it's going to be really important that you're able to at least identify a few different species of trees. So let's jump in. We're going to be starting off by looking at 5 species of deciduous tree. Now deciduous trees are the ones that lose their leaves during winter. You may be thinking, why are we going to be identifying trees that don't have any leaves? That's going to be so much harder. And in some respects it is. But when you start to tune your eye into the other signs that help us identify trees, it's so much easier the rest of the year. So the first tree we're going to be looking at is the majestic silver birch. Silver birches are really easy to identify because of their characteristic white and silver bark. The other key identifier is the diamond-shaped fissures on the more mature trees. On the younger trees, you'll be able to spot kind of wafer thin bark that peels off quite easily. And at forest school we love this because it's perfect for firelighting. Now I really don't want you to get too bogged down with the names. At forest school we kind of give some alternate names to trees, and I'll be talking about those a bit later on. We sometimes refer to this as the fire tree because this papery bark is full of resin and works really nicely for firelighting. Next up is the beech tree, which I sometimes refer to as the elephant tree. Now you'll spot the beech tree because of its very smooth trunks. If you're struggling to identify a beech tree, just have a look down on the forest floor and you may notice some of the seed casings from last year's beech nuts. Being able to identify trees is good for a number of reasons. Firstly, it helps us to be able to select the right wood for the project that we're working on. But the other reason is from a safety aspect. Beech trees are notorious for dropping their limbs, and on very mature trees this can be catastrophic. I certainly wouldn't be pitching a tent or making a camp under a beech tree, and it helps to be able to spot them. Now it's the turn of the horse chestnut, or as children more usually know it, the conker tree. One of the key characteristics of the horse chestnut are these scaly plaques on the mature trunks that fall off quite easily. You'll notice them on the floor. The other thing you'll notice on the floor is the conker shells from last autumn, and that's an absolute dead giveaway. On the branches of the horse chestnut you'll notice these sticky buds, which are the leaves waiting to burst into life. That's another key giveaway for the horse chestnut. The elder tree is historically referred to as the witch's tree. Now when you look at its branches and its gangly appearance, it's easy to see why. Despite its appearance, elder is really useful, and that's a good reason to be able to identify it. In the summer, the flowers are used to make elderflower cordial. In the autumn, the berries can be used to make a jam or a cough syrup and are absolutely rich in vitamin C. The branches are unmistakable. When you cut them open, the pithy inside can be pushed out to create a hollow, and at forest school we use this for a number of reasons, from making charcoal pencils to jewellery. The leaf buds appear in opposite pairs and at this time of year are purple before they burst into leaf. Last up we've got the sweet chestnut. Sweet chestnuts are easy to spot because of their sweeping fissured bark that spirals around the tree. The other key identifier are those spiky seed casings that contain the sweet chestnut. I hope you enjoyed that brief introduction into identifying trees during the winter time. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, and I hope you join me next time.